Hi and welcome. My name is Jaymie,
And I'm Jess.
and we decided to make this quick video just to kind of give you an introduction and an overview and to answer any questions that you might have about our upcoming retreat on November 17th called Grief and Grace.
And what I'm really excited about is that this is a retreat and an experience that I've never seen anything like. I really wish that there had been something like this for me when I was going through divorce a few years ago and had some deaths in the family and just felt so alone and unsupported. So I'm thrilled that one, it is available now to people who are hurting or have gone through loss and are wishing for deeper levels of healing around that loss. And I'm also thrilled because one of my personal passions is to expand the definition of grief, to make it more available to more of us for more of the difficult parts of life. My view about grief is that it's an experience that we all have as humans when something that we love is no longer present in our lives. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. Okay. And so it's not just about bereavement, but we certainly experience grief when someone we love dies. We also experience grief when something that we loved, whether it was a marriage or an identity or a dream for the future or a pregnancy, when those become no longer available.
Right, and I think it's really important to define that broader definition of grief, because for so many of us we're experiencing grief, but because it didn't fit into that bereavement box, we don't identify as that, so we can't. Sometimes it's harder to find the right kind of support around it.
And you define trauma much more broadly than I've heard it defined. I love the way you speak about it.
Yeah, so I work with people. I do breath work and sound healing and coaching around people who have trauma, and similarly to grief, how it's not just a smaller definition. I look at trauma as literally anything that the mind, body, spirit experiences that is like too big, too soon, too overwhelming to integrate into one's life. And so what happens when we have this event that's overwhelming that we can't integrate, it's not like it goes away. We carry it with us. So it takes some tools and it takes some awareness and some work to be able to identify it and to be able to loosen its grip so that we can live full lives. And, of course, grief is right up there in terms of traumas that we experience.
Absolutely. And they both live in the body. And that's why I do body work the way that I do, because grief and trauma are both physically experienced. Grief, big time, is a physical, emotional, and mental experience. Trauma as well, when an event gets lodged in our mind, our bodies react in such a way that we couldn't when we were so overwhelmed in the moment, just like you said. So I'm thrilled that part of this day is going to be about hands-on body work. It's going to be therapeutic touch, and also the experience of being in our bodies, of being embodied people who've been through something that hurts.
Absolutely.
On the heels of
Yes.
that is a breath,
Yeah.
a body.
And then there's the breath work. So I found that this transformational, I call it conscious connected breathing technique that I've been helping people move through and learn is the best tool that I've found to start actually to begin to shift the trauma in our body and the grief as well, because energetically grief is held in the lungs. So anytime we're doing breathing, particularly when it's conscious breathing, we begin to move that. And again, it's not to get rid of it, right? Like grieving is a process, and it's a human process that all of us have to go through at some point in our lives. So the point is not to get rid of it, but it's to be able to maybe to hold it with a little bit more ease, or maybe to integrate those feelings back into our lives so that we don't have to split off from ourselves in order to hold it.
That's right. I've had such powerful experiences with you doing this conscious, connected, transformational breath work. So I'm really excited to do it again. And then the spirit piece. What the heck do we mean by spirit?
So yeah, so I just, in my own experience, getting through anything is so much easier with support and with community. And so Jess and I are taking our background in holding and creating sacred space in the form of sacred circle so that all of us can bring our truth, our grief, our trauma, our joy, whatever we're experiencing in that moment, and we can be with it together. Because doing it alone, Sometimes we feel like we have to because we're afraid that our pain is too big for others to hold, but not here, not with us.
Right. And sometimes in life, people around us legitimately can't hold it in a way that's safe and sacred for lots of reasons. We're not a very grief savvy culture. And so we're bringing together a group of people who know what it's like to hurt and also know. And you can trust that we will hold a container where there will be no advice, there will be no platitudes. You're just able to come and share what you loved and what you continue to love and be in relationship with, and also the pain of having lost that. So you'll have a chance to speak and to articulate the love that's still present.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. That's so, so important and so unusual.
It's so rare. I was just going to say that, like, we just don't have that in our culture. So I'm honored to be holding this space with you, Jess, and to bring this to all of you who need and or want this. And so we invite you, like, if you have that heart call, if you know inside that you're meant to be in this circle and to be held this specific way, if you want to come to this retreat, it's Sunday, November 17th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's a nice full day. You get to really take yourself out of your life for a couple of hours and be held.
And it's open to men and women. Our sister circles are just for women, but this is an unusual opportunity for men to come and experience the feminine way of healing. Yeah. Really, really beautiful. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Jaymie or to me. And we look forward to seeing everybody on November 17th.
Take care. See you there. Have a good day.